This is the part of the program where I'm going to invite you to go to a place, if you haven't already, where you can be as comfortable as possible, allowing yourself to have a place that you can be propped up. If you want to stay awake and really learn these particular tools, it's helpful not to be lying down completely, but so you can lean back, put your feet up, really allow yourself to just let go. You don't have to be looking at the computer anymore. And if you're not there, I welcome you to come back when you are. So these assignments will be one after the other. And if you want to stop and practice one of them, you can. You can listen to them all the way through and come back to any one you want when you're ready. And before we begin, I just want you to notice that you're in a place that's more comfortable for your body, and that your body is welcome to move in any way you need it to move or it wants to move to feel even more comfortable. You don't have to hold yourself still. You can let your body move. As you remember that help is on the way. And I'm going to begin with the first one, which is body scan breathing. And it's based on an exercise that comes from Maggie Phillips, Dr. Maggie Phillips and Peter Levine in their book, which they call circle breathing. So I'm just going to invite you to breathe and begin to sense into your body just a little bit more. Just noticing your body. And noticing places where you're more comfortable and not as comfortable. Places that might be loose and places that might be tight. Different sensations like prickly or warmth or pulsating. And you might be having some reactions to this, but just noticing it and allowing it to be okay for you to be breathing and fully inhabiting your body. Locating the most comfortable side of your body, see if you can notice which side of your body is the most comfortable. And if they're both equally comfortable, then you can just choose one side of your body. And we're going to be doing some breathing and imagining breath moving through your body, beginning with the most comfortable side of your body, up through your foot, up your leg, and down the other side. So let's try that. Finding the most comfortable side of your body, breathing up from your foot, up your leg, on the most comfortable side of your body, into that center of your breathing, which is usually right around your stomach. Just breathing up that leg and then breathing down the side of your body, down the leg, out the foot of the less comfortable side. And again, breathing up from your foot of the most comfortable side of your body, up into the center of your breath, and then back down the less comfortable side of your body through your foot. And just allowing yourself to notice and accept any thoughts or responses you may have to breathing into your body. And now we're going to imagine that you have a magnet that's attached to the breath and the comfort, and begin again with the most comfortable side of your body, pulling the breath like a magnet in through your foot, up your leg, bringing the comfort with it, pulling it up through your leg, up to that center of your breathing and crossing over, and then pulling the comfort back down the other side of your body, out through your foot. And again, like a magnet, pulling the comfort with your breath up through your foot, up your leg, through the most comfortable side of your body, crossing over, coming to your center, and then going down the other leg, pulling the comfort through and down and out your foot. And you may already begin to notice some changes, some increase in comfort. But if you don't, you can try the opposite way, forgetting about the magnet and just going back to breathing, and breathing up through the less comfortable side of your body and down the more comfortable side. So you may want to try it just to see what it's like, even if the other way was already helpful. So just now with breath, up, coming up from the foot, up the leg, through the less comfortable side of your body, crossing over, and going down the more comfortable side of your body. And try that again. Breath up from the foot, up the less comfortable side of your body, and down the more comfortable side of your body, out your foot. And see how you like that, how your body likes that. See if that increases your comfort. And sometimes you may be experiencing some discomfort in the upper part of your body. So with that, we try, even if you are completely comfortable in the upper side of your body, you might want to try it anyway. Breathing up from that center, up your midline, and down your shoulders, through your back, base of your spine, and out. And let's try that again. Up from that center of your breathing, up and down your shoulders, down your back, just lengthening and strengthening, and just out, right around your sit bones. And then try that one more time. Up from the center of your breathing, up your midline, and then down your back, down your spine, and out the base of your spine. And you can continue to experiment and play with this using the magnet, bringing the comfort up from the front side of your body and down your back, and see what helps you feel the most comfortable. So now we're going to be moving on to this next somatic experiencing tool is another type of titration. So just noticing a part of your body that may be more comfortable or neutral. And just breathing and noticing this part of your body. Again, thinking, help is on the way. And just breathing into this more comfortable and neutral part of your body, seeing if you can notice the very edges of the comfort, the place where it's not real comfortable, but it's still within the comfort zone, the very edges. And just begin to be aware of that. And just breathing, allowing your body to move if it wants to move, and noticing the very edges of the comfort around this comfortable or neutral area. And now I want you to begin to experiment with a less comfortable part of your body. So locate a place in your body where you may be noticing some discomfort, and just breathing into that and noticing that, but not focusing on that, pulling back a little bit and just noticing the very, very edges of the discomfort, the very outside, and just allowing yourself to just be aware of that and just breathing. Not the center, the very, very outside. And if you're noticing some emotional reactions, just to accept that and recognize there is some discomfort, and just breathing and focusing on the very outside of the discomfort, the very outer edges. And at the very outer edges, it almost feels neutral. And noticing that even though there is some discomfort, on the very outside, there can be neutrality or even some sense of comfort. Just allowing yourself to notice that place where it's just on the outer edges, and just breathing there and being with that, so that you can have an experience of noticing some of this discomfort and being able to titrate it by going to the very outer edges, a place that's much more tolerable to sense into, and just letting yourself breathe and sense into it, and breathing and noticing that that's there. And then we can move right into another SE tool, pendulation. You can use the same two places in your body that I've just asked you to notice. That place that is more comfortable and the outer edges of that place that is less comfortable. And with pendulation, you get to see that your body has both comfortable and not so comfortable places, and you get to move your focus from the not so comfortable to the more comfortable. So let's start with noticing that place that is more comfortable and breathing into that and just being aware of that and really sensing into that. And then very slowly shifting your attention to the outer edges of that place that was not so comfortable. And noticing that and just touching that for a moment in your mind, and now back to that place that is so much more comfortable. Taking a deep breath, taking it in, this place that's either neutral or more comfortable. And then shifting your attention back for a moment to the outer edges of that area that's not as comfortable. A breath, a moment, and now shifting your attention back to the place that's so much more comfortable. Breathing in and breathing out, and you might notice that just allowing your brain to realize that there are comfortable places in your body or neutral places, even when you're focusing on a less comfortable place, this can bring even more increased comfort. So let's try it one more time, really breathing into this comfortable place in your body or this neutral place, and just really sensing into it and really allowing yourself to register that there is a place in your body that is either neutral or comfortable. And then with the breath in and out, just shifting your awareness over to the outer edges of that place that's not as comfortable. Just noticing it. And then bringing your attention back to the more comfortable place. And now, just like that picture that you had looked at where you get to take it all in, allowing yourself to recognize that although there might be some places that are not as comfortable, there's also this place, and there may now be many more than one places in your body that are more comfortable. You may notice many neutral or comfortable places. And even though there may be a place in your body that still isn't as comfortable as you'd like it to be, there are other places that are much more comfortable than when you began. And just breathing in and out. This guided assignment comes from imagery. It's one of the other imagery assignments. And you know that when you experience discomfort, when anybody experiences discomfort, it's because our brain is sending a signal. So our brain is like a control room. And we're going to be using that control room in this assignment to have our brain send a different message. So I'd like you to imagine, if you can, and if you can imagine, just close your eyes and follow along, that you're in a control room. It's got lots of dials and levers, and imagination about your brain. And I want you to find that there's a dial that you're just seeing in front of you. And we're going to tell you now that that dial corresponds to your level of comfort and discomfort. So I want you to notice that there's numbers on the dial. They go from 1 to 10. And those numbers correspond with the comfort or discomfort you're having right now. So if it's quite high, that would correspond to quite a bit of discomfort. And I want you to just take a breath, focusing on that dial. and imagining that you're turning it up just a little bit. And that would mean just a little bit more towards the discomfort sign. And now, taking a really deep breath out, I'd like you to begin turning that down. And with each breath out, you imagine that you're turning this dial down more and more. And with each breath out, as you see the numbers go down, you're turning down the discomfort, allowing your body to relax just a little bit more, moving closer and closer towards comfort. Just moving it at its pace with each breath out, focusing on just that dial, just imagining that dial, breathing out and lowering that dial just a little bit more, telling yourself again that as the dial turns down, so does your discomfort. As the dial turns down, you're able to feel more comfortable, breathing and putting all of your focus on that dial. And I wonder just how low you can get it. I wonder just how much you can turn down the discomfort. And we can wonder together just how close you can get to more comfort. So again, focusing on that dial, bringing it down even more with each breath out. Taking a breath in and lowering it even more with each breath out. Breath in and seeing that dial turn down even more. And you can continue with this as long as you want. And any time you want, at any place you are, you can imagine a dial and just begin to turn it down, focusing your intention on that dial, breathing out, and as you turn it down, you turn down the discomfort. As you turn it down, you move closer to comfort. And it's okay if it doesn't work perfectly for you this time, because each time you return to the control room, each time you return to this dial, it will get easier and easier to turn it down. Each time you can follow my voice towards comfort.